Let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's game. For Ames, number 23, James Taves. For Johnston, number 10, a 6'1" junior, Corey Ross. The Little Cyclones, number 31, Ryan Cadis. For the Dragons, number 12, a 6' junior, Joel Quick. For Ames, number 41, Austin Arnaud. For the Dragons, number 22, a 6'3" senior, Jason Wood. For the Little Cyclones, number 33, David Mewey. For the Dragons, number 40, a 6'8" sophomore, Brian Barr. And for Ames, number 55, Ross Marsden. And for the Johnston Dragons, number 50, a 6'3" senior, Brian McRae. The Cyclones are led by head coach Vance Downs. He's assisted by Kerry Justman, Jesse Von Barron, and Aaron Wolscheid. The Dragon head coach, Mr. Jeff Simpson. He's assisted by Chris Danner and Brady Fleming. Ladies and
Museum, Bob Gostowski, Jim Meese on hand to bring you Central Iowa Metro League basketball action tonight on 1350 KRNT. Number 7 versus number 8. Ames taking on Johnston. It's going to be Marsden jumping center for the Little Cyclones, and it's going to be bars for Johnston as we're just about ready. The ball's in the air, tip controlled by Ames, and we're underway. With the basketball on the top of the key as Tees gets it over right side to Cadis. He penetrates baseline back out to Arnaud, inside to Marsden. His shot good off the glass. Whistle and a foul, count the basket. A good job of high-low game that time by Ames.
Marsden, we said, he pinned his man and he got a nice pass over the top of ours and critical three-point play opportunity. So strong move by Marsden, good start for Ames on that second.
Free throw no good. Rebound controlled by Rude for Johnston as the first foul of the game going against Brian McRae for the Johnston Dragons. So Johnston with its first offensive possession of the ball game. 7:38 to play here in the first period. Ames 2, Johnston with its first possession. At the free throw line, a jumper on the way from the right elbow, no good by Bars. Rebound controlled by Ames. With the ball on the dribble now is Tees. Top of the key, gets it to Arnaud, left side, looks inside to Marston, instead goes right side to Cadis. Back top of the key, now on the dribble. Mewey brings it back on the pass, top of the key to Tees. He penetrates left side, hands the ball to Mewey. Now here's a jumper by Marsden off the back of the iron just outside the free throw stripe. Rebound controlled by Rude again. Quickly up the floor, here's Quick, right wing with the ball. And the ball kind of tipped out and out of bounds and off of Johnston, so turnover gives the ball to Ames Little Cyclones.
Well, Joel Quick that time, just a bounce pass that really didn't come up, and Johnston player's not going after the ball either, Jim, so a bad turnover there gives the ball right back to Ames Hall.
6:54 to play in the first period. Ames 2, Johnston nothing, and now the return pass, as this time Marsden from the top of the key gets it down low to Austin Arnaud, and so far Ames, they're going to get shots like that all night. They're going to have a pretty good shooting percentage on the evening.
Definitely high percentage, and right now they're just getting nice advantage down low, pinning their man, and then they're getting a nice feed. That time Marsden getting the pass to Arnaud for the easy two.
6:28 to go in the first period. Ames 4, Johnston nothing. Johnston with the basketball. Here's Ross. Kicks it to Rude in the left corner. Rude now on the dribble, brings it out left wing. Bounce pass to Bars, top of the key. He brings it on the right, dribble to the right side, and it's tipped out of bounds that time by Mewey. So it's going to remain Johnston basketball. And so far, Ames looks like they've just got a little bit more desire at this point in the ball game.
Seems like they're a little stiff, quicker, Jim, than Johnston. Right now, Johnston going against this man-to-man Ames defense, having a hard time getting shots back.
So with the basketball, Johnston. Top of the key with the ball is Brian McRae. Passes over right side to Corey Ross. Ross penetrates right wing. Shot on the way is no good, but he draws the foul. And I believe it's going to be on David Mewey, but let's wait and see. Three does look like the call.
Good drive by Corey Ross that time. Right side. Took the shot. Knew he was going to draw the foul. So 2 free throws by Corey Ross.
5:54 to go in the first period. Ames 4, Johnston nothing, pending the 2 free throw opportunities by Ross. First one is in and out and back in again. It's good. This bonus shot brought to you by Harrison Sports. Need ball shorts in stock. Air Jordans, LeBrons, and Carmelo basketball shoes, they have them as well. Get geared up at Harrison Sports. As the second free throw is good, so Johnston on the scoreboard with 2 free throws by Corey Ross. 5:46 to play in the first period. Here's a pass inside to Marston. He's double teamed, gets the ball over to the left side of the lane. A nice pass to Muhi. And Muhi is fouled and will go to the free throw line. And that foul on number 10, Corey Ross. So Ross returning the favor, and he's going to give David Muhi a chance to shoot free throws.
A good look by Marston down low. He got the double team down in, and Muhi came in and tried to get the layup, but drew the foul and makes the first free throw.
He doesn't waste any time, does he, Bob? As the second one's up and down, too. Can't even get a Harrison's in on him. We're going to have to remember that one. So.
He was a quick left-handed shooter there.
Oh, the lefty. Oh, I love the lefties.
Those lefties from Ames.
Ames 6, Johnston 2. 5:31 to play here in the first period. A jumper left baseline is good. Corey Ross with the roll and the rattle and the bang.
Well, nice touch. That ball went high up from that far corner shot. Then somebody rolled around the rim and dropped a real good touch.
So Ames again inside to Marston. And again the pass from Arnaud. So between Ross Marston and Austin Arnaud, they've accounted for 6 of the 8 points. And now here's a steal. The layup is no good. The shot put up that time by Muhi, a little out of control, and now here's Johnston the other way. A drive, a shot no good inside. The rebound to Jason Rude, and we've got a foul on the floor as Brian McCray missed the shot inside for Johnston, but Rude with the rebound, and he draws the foul on Austin Arnaud. So it's Johnston ball inbounds. Rude inbounds it, gets it now back on the right wing. Penetrates to the free throw line, kicks it in the left corner, and the pass just a little strong for Corey Ross. Rude kind of put the pass in the corner, and Ross wasn't quite there and wasn't moving towards the corner.
The other thing I think that kind of messed up Johnston. Normally teams play a 2-3 zone on an inbounds play. That time Ames picked up man-to-man, and I don't think Johnston was ready for that. That created the turnover, and that's the 3rd turnover on Johnston, none on Ames so far.
Here's a pass inside to Marston, shot off a glass, no good. He's fouled by Brent Bars. Again, Marston got a good feed from Arnaud. I think he might have, if he would have just taken it right to the hoop without putting the ball on the floor, he might have had an easy layup, but as it was, he did draw the foul and will be shooting 2 free throws.
A strong pass again by Arnaud, just entering the pass is too easy right now for him.
And the first free throw is good by Marston. This free throw brought to you by Harrison Sports. Fans make the short drive to either the Southridge Mall location, the Ankeny location, or the Indianola location and check their selection out. You'll be impressed. Get geared up at Harrison Sports. As a second free throw good. Marston now with 6 points on the ball game. It's Ames 10. Johnston 4. Ball loose on the floor, but Johnston controlling it as that time Rude hit the floor. He got the pass to Quick. Quick now at the free throw line, gets it over to McCray. He gets it now back right side to Joel Quick. Quick on the right wing on the dribble, looking for some help. Now brings it way out, now passes right corner. 3-pointer in and out, no good that time by Corey Ross. At that time the ball rolled around and didn't fall through. Long pass to Marston, his shot off the glass, good for 2.
Well, that's how Marston getting it. Interior play for Johnson, just kind of falling asleep. They got another nice pass to Marston, another high percentage 2-point field goal.
Here's a lob inside to Brent Bars, and Bars going up for 2. So each of the big men on the last 2 possessions have had a nice lob inside for 2 points. 3:28 to go in the first period. Ames 12, Johnston 6. Here's a wraparound pass from Arnaud to Ross Marsden. Marsden with another easy basket, and now a 30-second timeout being called by Jeff Simpson. 3:19 to go in the first period. Ames 14. Not happy with the defense he's seeing out there right now. Probably better do it because Austin's definitely feeding him tonight, that's for sure.
Well, he's definitely doing a nice job. Ames shot about a 7 shooting right now in this first quarter. And all high percentage shots. Marston took the one outside shot, and I think another layup that was missed on that steal by
Muhi.
Otherwise, the shot's dropping right now for Ames. So Johnston's just got to stem the tide here. Work their offense a little better right now. They're struggling to get any good shots off, and credit Ames a good man-to-man defense. 3:07
to go in the first period. Ames 14, Johnston 6. The Dragons with the basketball. Here's McCray, gets it back to Ross. He gets it out, and the ball tipped away and controlled by Rude, and almost another steal that time, this time by Cadis. Got the ball tipped, but Rude controlling it. Here's a penetrating drive by Michael Mertz in the lineup for Johnston. He misses a shot, but the ball goes out of bounds. Michael Mertz making his first appearance for Johnston. And Ames defense really presenting some tough obstacles early on here for the Dragons.
Just staying pretty much man-to-man, Jim. Again on the inbounds play, again man-to-man defense employed by Ames, and really it's stifling the Johnston Dragons on any shot attempt.
Here's Rude down low, kicks it out, a long jumper off the back of the iron, no good by Mertz. And the rebound controlled by Ames. Down low, penetrating, wrapping around to Marsden, and traveling with the basketball, number 45, Nick Litwiller. Litwiller checking in on that last dead ball situation, that last timeout.
Just the first Ames turnover with 2:14 to go in the first quarter.
Again though, deep penetration by Litwiller, and the wrap around to Marsden would have been kind of another easy look down low. Here's Johnston with the basketball, Rude down low, all by himself for the easy two is Joel Quick, and that time Ames' tough defense had a little crack in that possession for Johnston.
I think they thought Rude was going to go up for the three. Instead, he dumped it down low for the easy layup for Johnston. That's what the out-doctor ordered. He gets him back to within 6.
A lot of easy looks inside the lane for both teams so far in this first quarter. 1:37 to go in the first period of play. Ames 14, Johnston 8. Here's penetration. Marsden at the free throw line, kicks it down low, and the pass just a little bit too awkward to handle by Litwiller, so it goes out of bounds off of Nick, so it's going to be turnover Ames. Ball back to the Dragons. And checking in for Johnston, Rob Lang, a 6'2 junior, making his first appearance. With the basketball now on the left side is Quick, penetrates down the right side of the lane, kicks the ball out to Mertz. Now top of the key is Lang. Over to Quick, right side, now in the right corner, it's Mertz. Looks for help, gets it to Lang, right wing. Lang bounce pass down low, and the shot off the glass, no good, but drawing the foul, Brent Bars, and it's going to be on Ross Marsden. And a good job that time. Little ball fake there, got Marsden up and opened the door for the foul to be drawn by Bars.
And Brent Bars that time had Marsden pinned up. So nice job by the sophomore, kind of showing the senior what's going on.
As the first free throw at Harrison Sports. Second free throw on the way, it's good. So Bars 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. Ames 14, Johnston 9, 1:01 to go here in the first period. In the Johnston lineup, Brendan Furrow, a 6'1 senior. Ames with the basketball. With the ball on the right wing is Jordan Gilmore, who's in the lineup, and now a turnover down low as they tried to get the ball, looked like inside to Litwiller again, and the pass taken away. Here's Rude with a three from the left side. So Rude knocks down that's his first attempt of the game, right, Bob? 3 or otherwise. So.
Great shot, just stood out right up there top of the key, drained the three, back down just a 2-point lead for Ames.
25 seconds to go here in the first period. Ames with the basketball. Here's Gilmore. Gilmore with the ball. Gets the ball over to Cadis. Now on the right side with the basketball is Bunker, who tries to get the shot off the glass. No good. Rebound controlled by Johnston, and Johnston with a chance for the last shot to tie the game. Here's a jumper that's short by Furrow, out of bounds, and they're going to call that the quarter break. So we've come to the end of the first quarter of play with the score. Ames 14, Johnston 12. We'll be back after this 1-minute break. You're listening to Central Iowa Metro League basketball action on 1350 KRNT Des Moines. And welcome back to the Johnston Gymnasium. Bob Kostomski, Jim Meese on hand to bring you Central Iowa Metro League basketball action. We've begun second quarter play. Johnston with the basketball, but Ames with the lead, 14-12, and we've got a whistle and a foul, and they're going to confer Is it white or is it orange?
Well, Ryan Cadis that time for Ames went for the loose ball, and so did a Johnston player.
And they're going to call double foul.
Double foul.
Well, that's one way to get out of it.
Well, you don't see that too often.
No, you don't. So it's going to be Cadis and Furrow, I believe. Yep.
Furrow on the foul for Johnston.
And Cadis on.
So right on, Jim.
So that's going to be a jump ball situation, which means it's going to be Ames basketball on the alternate possession. And now, while we have just a little bit of a stoppage of play here, Bob, what do those first quarter numbers look like?
Ames 5 out of 8, 63%. Johnston 4 out of 10, 40%. Johnston 1 out of 2 beyond the arc for 50%. Ames not a 10 for 3 in the first quarter. Rebound at 6 for 3 from Johnston. And turnovers even at 3 apiece.
Here's a three-pointer by Ames from the right corner. Shot put up that time by Bunker, no good. Rebound controlled by Johnston. 7:21 to play in the first half. Ames 14, Johnston 12. And Ames really played a very good, maybe 6 minutes of the first quarter where the defense was really dominating, but Johnston
Pass that time, trying to get it down low, and just no movement to go get the ball. So turnover, the second quarter on Johnston.
So Ames with possession again. Here's Arnaud, dribbles right side, shot off the glass, good for two. Nice move by Austin Arnaud, taking it down the right side of the lane and getting the English off the glass.
Strong move, and a quick move as well. Here's a backdoor cut.
And Rude on the backdoor cut. He doesn't get the basket, but it looks like Ross Marsden's going to pick up foul number 2. Something that Coach Vance is going to have to keep an eye on there. You don't want to see Marsden getting 3 quick fouls here if you're Ames. So Rude on the line for 2 free throws as he knocks down free throw number 1. Jason Rude, his second free throw opportunity coming. It's on the way. It's in and out, no good. Rebound Arnaud. Well, I was going to say he hasn't missed a shot in the game yet. I'm glad I didn't say that. The curse is on you this time, Bob.
Well, I tell you, my curse this year has been just bad.
Here's Arnaud down low. Shot off the iron, too strong. Rebound controlled backside by Michael Mertz for Johnston. Mertz gets the ball back from Furrow, gets it over to Lang, left wing. Top of the key, Furrow. Looks over to the right side to Mertz. Now to Lang. Over to Rude. Rude dribbles left side, being guarded closely over there by Gilmore. Now here's penetration by Furrow. Shot off the iron, too strong. Rebound Arnaud for Ames. Quickly up the floor. Here's penetration right side, and the shot rejected out of bounds by Brent Bars as the
Bars to come in there to knock that ball out. And now Johnson with a little height advantage with Bars in there. Marston on the bench for Ames, and let's see what happens as Arnaud's been guarding Bars defensively for Ames.
And now we've got an offensive foul whistled on David Mewey as he kind of lowered the shoulder a little bit and got a little bit too much of a push with that lead arm. That's his second foul. That's also the 16th foul on Ames. So with 6:02 to play here in the first half, Johnston can find itself at the free throw line the rest of the half. So the Dragons with the basketball, trailing 16-13, and a jumper good by Rob Lang from the right elbow, making it a 1-point game. This is as close as Johnston's been in this ball game, 1 point.
A 9-2 run for the Dragons right now to get within 1. So a good effort to get back in this ball game here in the second quarter for the Dragons.
5:34 to play in the first half. Ames 16, Johnston 15. Here's a kick down low on the left baseline to Litwiller. Now they bring the ball back out top of the key with the pass. It's Gilmore. Back over left wing with the ball is Mewey. Now they rotate it right side. Penetrating to the free throw line is Gilmore. Now he kicks it out. A long 3 off the iron. No good by Tees. Rebound controlled by Bars for Johnston. So the Dragons with their first opportunity to lead in this basketball game. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Rude with the ball, kicks it down low to McCray, and he had an open lane but couldn't control it. Now they rotate it back over to Bars. Jumper in the lane, no good. Defensive rebound controlled by Tees for Ames. A good look by Bars, but when he didn't make it, there was nothing but orange jerseys there to clean up the rebound.
Ames, nice job fundamentally blocking out and after the miss, and now Ames trying to get back a little margin on the lead here.
We're 3.5 minutes into the second quarter, and only 1 made field goal for the Little Cyclones here in second quarter play. With the basketball, here's a pass down to the right wing. With the ball, Litwiller. Now they get it inside to Arnaud. He's double teamed, misses the shot, gets his own rebound. The putback is no good as there's A lot of contact. Here's a drive and a blocking foul whistled as Furrow took it hard to the hoop, and they're going to whistle a foul on Ames. And I believe it's Gilmore. Did it 35? Is that? Yep, 35 came up, and Arnaud's play down low at the other end. Furrow on the free throw line knocks down the first for Yonkers and the new Ankeny store located across from Super Target. Get geared up at Harrison Sports as the second free throw is no good. Super Target, not Super Target. So. 3:57 to go in the first half. Ames 16, Johnston 16. So the Dragons have tied it up, and here's a penetrating drive by Ryan Cadis. He had the right side of the lane. Nobody stepped out to stop the ball, so he just said, "Thank you much. I'll take the easy two."
And Cadis really coming on, scoring for Ames. The last two ball games, he's pumped in 30 points, so he's up his average. And a quick move, as you mentioned, nobody helping out on defense for Johnston, giving up the easy deuce.
So Ames back on top by 2. Johnston is the best the Dragons have done and have got the game tied one time. Otherwise, Ames has been leading the entire first half. So Johnston now trying to get back. Here's his pass inside, shot off the glass. Good for 2 by Brent Bars, and a good job of position by Bars as Vance Downs wants a 30-second timeout. 3:12 to play here in the first half. Ames 18, Johnston 18. We'll recognize one of our sponsors, the Roosevelt Bar, 6'8", but let's say being a sophomore that he probably needs to visit the weight room a little bit more. Not a lot of bulk there, which adds to his ability to really move on the basketball floor there.
That's true, and I guarantee you'll see him putting some pounds on the next couple of years.
So Ames with the basketball. Here's a shot from the left side of the lane off the iron, no good by Cadis. Rebound controlled by Johnston. So the Dragons with their first opportunity to lead in this basketball game. 2:46 remaining in first half play. Ames 18, Johnston 18. Here's Lang right side with the basketball on the dribble. Kicks down low to Bars. He moves on Arnaud, and the jumper is good from the right baseline. As Bars now with his 7th point in the first half of play.
And Bars with the height advantage now, first from the bench. Arnaud 6'3", guarding the 6'8" Bars.
And Johnston with its first lead in the basketball game. 2:18 remaining in first half play. Here's penetration, and we've got a whistle and a blocking foul, I'm assuming.
That's like McCray from Johnston on the block. Let's see if it's who they whistle. Yep.
So Brian McCray picks up his second foul for Johnston. And it will send to the free throw line Eric Bunker for 2 free throws for the Little Cyclones, as the first free throw attempt is good. This free throw shot brought to you by Harrison Sports. Iowa and Iowa State apparel needs easy. Visit one of Harrison Sports' 3 Central Iowa locations. Get geared up at Harrison Sports, as the second free throw is good. Both teams have done a very good job from the free throw line here in first half play. 2:09 remaining in the first half. Ames 20, Johnston 20. Here's a pass down low to Lang, and the ball stripped away. That time a whistle and a foul being called on Ames. I think it's Cadis, isn't it? Is that 3-1? I see the 1. And
Cadis there was Rob Lang, a nice cut, got a pick up front, went down the lane, got the pass, and drew
the shooting foul. I didn't see the fingers. We're going to assume it's a 2-shot foul, as the first one is good, so it's a moot point as the first free throw is good. This bonus shot brought to you by Harrison Sports, a proud supporter of Central Iowa Metro League basketball, with locations in Southridge Mall, Ankeny across from Super Target, and on the square in Indianola. Get geared up at Harrison Sports, as the second free throw is no good. Rebound to Arnaud for the Little Cyclones. Johnston 21, Ames 20. 1:53 to play in the first half. Ames with the basketball trying to regain the lead. With the basketball, they rotate it to the left wing. With the ball is Cadis, so he gets it over to the right side. Now they get the ball top of the key to Gilmore, back over to Cadis in the lane, dips it down low to Arnaud. His shot blocked from behind, gets it back and puts it up for 2. Give Austin Arnaud a lot of credit as the crowd was oohing and eyeing. He was playing basketball, and now a double dribble on Joel Quick, so turnover back to Ames.
Arnaud had a shot block, and that's the second time he's done it in this ball game. He went back after a shot block, went after the ball, didn't stew about it, and hustled after it, and then put the ball back up. I mean, what else can you do? Good hustle by Arnaud, and Like you said, the Johnston student body getting all over him, but bottom line, he got the ball back and put it up for 2, and they gave the Ames the lead back by 1 now.
Yeah, everybody was admiring the block except for Arnaud. He was worried about scoring points. So Ames with the basketball and the lead after the Johnston turnover. 1:11 to go in the first half. Here's a three-pointer off the back of the iron. No good from the left wing by Cadis. Rebound to Arnaud. He passes down low. Uncontested 2 by Eric Bunker. And now all of a sudden Ames has put together a little spurt both defensively and offensively.
A nice pass by Arnaud. He's doing a great job scoring for Ames, rebounding, playing defense, and passing the ball. And right now he has given Ames that lead back by 3 now.
44 seconds to go. Here's a pass down low to Bars. Ball loose on the floor, still loose. And it's going to be Ames basketball. Timeout being called by Ames with 37.4 seconds to go, as James Tees was the last one to get control and immediately a timeout. It's Ames 20. Let's recognize one of our sponsors, American Awards. American Award and a half, where now Ames is ending the second half.
Here the basketball in this stretch either. They've turned the ball over, and that's given Ames the opportunity to expand the lead. Leading by 3, a chance to go up by more here in this trip.
And another big thing is they've been able to do this with Marston on the bench, being protected with his 2 fouls. They're going to get to halftime with only 2 fouls on the big guy, and possibly 5-point lead, as we've got a whistle and a foul on Johnston. It's going to be on Michael Mertz. Is a little too aggressive on Arnaud that time defensively. That's the 16th foul, so no shots yet for Ames. And the inbounds pass comes in to Bunker. Bunker in the right corner, gets it over to Tees. 16 seconds to play here in the first half. Ames with the basketball and the 3-point lead, 24-21. See, what do you think? Tees or Arnaud with the last shot?
Cadis, and now the ball stripped from behind. Johnson picking up the foul, Corey Ross. With 4.7 seconds to go, so that's going to put Cadis at the free throw line.
And it's a 1-and-1, as that's the 17th foul. So Cadis, one made field goal this evening, has not had a free throw opportunity yet. So we'll see what he does with this 1-and-1 attempt. Eyes the basket. First free throw on the way. It's good. Sports, no one. Get geared up at Harrison Sports, as the second free throw is good. 4.7 seconds to go. Some token pressure put on with the basketball. It's Quick. Shot off the glass, good for 2, and Quick was. He went from one end to the other, and Coach Downs is not going to be happy with that defense right at the end of the first half.
I'm kind of surprised Ames didn't kind of pick up full court and try to make Johnston work to get up the court. Instead, Quick just went up uncontested for the easy 2.
So we've reached halftime with the score. To start the second half of play, it's Ames 26, Johnston 23, and remind everybody, Friday night, more Central Iowa Metro League basketball action here on 1350. We're going to be over.
A big one, and then on Thursday, Drake Bremen as they host Bradley. Also, both games starting at 7:05 here on KRT.
So some Drake basketball before we're back on the air for high school basketball, and we're underway in second half play now as Johnston has the basketball to open up the second half. Shot put off the glass. No good. Rebound to Ames for the Dragons. They're starting in second half play. Ross, Quick, Rude, Bars, and McCray, the same 5 that started the ball game, as Arnaud tries a shot, no good. Rebound to Marsden. He misses, gets the ball back. Ames with the basketball. Jumper left baseline, no good. Rebound McCray for Johnston. And now the ball loose on the floor, tracked down by Arnaud. Arnaud has it. Free throw line jumper, good by Austin Arnaud.
Jim credit Arnaud with that whole sequence that time. He really created the steal as McCray came down with it for Johnston. Arnaud knocked the ball loose, then he got it back and drained the free throw line jumper.
Here's a jumper short left baseline, no good, put up by Ross. Rebound controlled by Arnaud. Crossover, shot off the glass, no good. Rebound controlled by Ross for Johnston. And pretty soon we're going to be able to tell you who the starters are for Ames, as we've got an offensive foul whistled on. Is that McCray? Yes, Brian McCray picking up his third foul It's Tees, obviously Arnott and Marston. We've called their names a couple times. Muhi, also out there, Tees. So the same five that started the ball game for Ames starting the second half for the Little Cyclones. And now the ball tipped in the backcourt by Joel Quick. So heads up play there. Tees let the ball go in the backcourt before he picked it up as it was tipped away. And now we've got a whistle and a foul on Corey Ross, I believe, isn't it? That's foul number 3 on Ross. Cadis doesn't quite have the ring as Horner in the corner, but Cadis in the corner, I kind of like that. So here's a three-pointer, good from just off the left side of the lane by Tees as he has his first points of the basketball game for the Little Cyclones. That's probably something not quite expected going into the contest tonight. Is a three-pointer put up by Rob Lang, no good. Rebound to Arnott for Ames. Quickly up the floor with the basketball. Cadis gets it inside to Marston. He's double teamed. Bounce pass to Arnott, and his layup good for 2. 5:56 to go in the third period. Ames 33, Johnston 23. We'll be back after this 1-minute break. You're listening to Central Iowa Metro League basketball action on 1350 KRNT Des Moines. And welcome back to the Johnston Gymnasium. Bob Gostomski, Jim Meese on hand to bring you Central Iowa Metro League boys basketball action. Johnston with the basketball after the timeout and a steal. Good hands there by Muhi as he stepped in the wraparound pass there in the middle of the lane. Comes up with the loose ball, lob inside to Marston, and a shot blocked from behind by Rude. And we've got a whistle and a foul on Arnott. So Austin Arnott and getting up and blocking Marston. Yeah, 6'3" on the roster here. So
that might be generous. Went up and blocked the big fella Marston's shot.
Here's Rude for 3, in and out, no good. But the rebound not able to be controlled by Tees, as that had a lot of English coming off, and James Tees couldn't get both hands on the ball, and the English really it was like a pool shot wrapping around outside the corner is what it was.
Jim Ames on a 7-0 run to begin the second half with 5:10 to go in the third quarter. So Ames off to a great start in this third quarter of action.
Here's Barrs, a turnaround in the lane, no good. Rebound Arnott, kind of a little off balance that time. He tried to get a shot up quickly before Marston could get defensive position. He just didn't look like he had good rhythm on that shot. So Ames with the basketball. Here's Tees dribbling left side. Now with the basketball, Marston top of the key inside to Arnott. Touch pass to the right wing. A three-pointer no good by Cadis. And rebound to Arnott though, and he's fouled on the putback. So Austin Arnott has really made his presence known in this basketball game. The third team foul of second half play. And Austin Arnott on the free throw line 4-2 as the first one is short. No good. Get geared up at Harrison Sports. Austin Arnott, that was his first free throw attempt of the ball game. The second one is good, so he's 1 out of 2 from the line. Ball game now, but obviously if we were to have to decide like a player of the game right now, Austin Arnott would definitely get the award hands down.
He's definitely done everything but sell the popcorn at the concession stand this ball game. That's why Ames is up 34-23 at this point.
Here's Rude for a long 3, short. Rebound attempted to be saved that time by Barrs, and he did, but he saved it right into Marsden. I did see Arnott eating popcorn before the game. He wasn't selling it, but here's a layup by Marsden. And again, a good feed from the left side of the lane, and I couldn't see did you see who gave him that feed that time?
Was it Weiler, I believe, on the feed?
It could have been.
It was a no-look feed down low on the far blocks, and Marsden came in from the right blocks for the easy deuce.
Nice lob inside, and Barrs missing the easy 2, but he gets it back and puts it in for 2. So he did a great job initially. The pass was up, and he just went up and didn't bring the ball down. Was a little bit short on the shot, but stayed with it and got the follow. 36-25. Ames over Johnston, 3:41 to play in the third period. Ames with the basketball. On the dribble, top of the key is Muhi. Gets the ball over to Tees, right side. Now here's Marston, top of the key. Left wing, it's Muhi. Ball loose on the floor and a whistle and a foul.
Jason Rude picking up the foul out on the free throw line area.
Jason Rude for his first personal team
Just his first foul.
But the fourth team foul on Johnston here in second half plays. It's going to be Ames basketball. 3:27 to play in the third period. Ames inbounding underneath the Little Cyclone bucket. Taking the inbounds pass and pulling up for the jumper. Good for two is James Tees. That time he brought it back towards the top of the key and got himself wide open for the easy two. Here's Rude down low, kicks it to Bars. His shot off the glass, good for two. Kind of a
attack from Rude inside the Bars, and Bars a nice finesse move against Marston off the glass. Nice kiss for the easy 2-point bucket.
Ames 38, Johnston 27, 2:56 to go here in third quarter play. With the basketball is Cadis. He drives, shot no good. Rebound to Marsden. His putback is good, and he's fouled. Count the basket for Ross Marsden. And the foul, pretty easy foul that time. Just a straight push from behind by Rob Lang. That's his first foul. So Marsden on the line for the traditional three-point attempt, and it's good.
Check out him out back in the lineup. So Coach Downs doing a nice job rotating his players. He's gone about 8 deep, like we said, and he's getting some good minutes off the bench from some of these players. And Ames looks very strong right now, Joe.
And 5 team fouls already on Johnston with 2:36 to go here in the third period. Johnston now with the basketball. Here's McCray in the right corner, kicks it to Rude, right wing. Jason Rude looks inside, goes to Bars, top of the key now to Lang, left side. Lang on the dribble to McCray in the lane. His shot no good. Rebound controlled by Arnaud again. With the basketball on the dribble, Gilmore. Might have got away with dragging that foot just a little bit, but no whistle, so no foul, no harm. Gilmore gets the ball, top of the key. Brings it on the dribble to the right side, still with the ball. Passes to Tees, top of the key. He penetrates right side, jumper from the right side of the lane, no good. Rebound controlled by Johnson, quickly up the floor. Quick with the ball up to McCray, and now we've got a 30-second timeout being called by Johnston. 1:45 to go in the third quarter.
Arnaud just continues to do a nice job on the rebounding effort, both offensively and defensively. Been very impressed with him.
Yeah, the only baskets made by Johnston in the third quarter are 2 by Brent Bars. So here's Rude with the ball. Now they rotate it right wing to Joel Quick. Quick on the dribble, gets it back to Lang. Three-pointer top of the key, off the iron, no good. Rebound Arnaud again. And they say that the ball tipped out by Brent Bars, but went off of Austin Arnaud, so it's going to remain Johnston basketball as Arnaud got inside of Bars, but Bars able to tip that ball loose off of Arnaud.
Arnaud going to guard Bars now as Marston for Ames on the bench.
And here's a pass to Bars, an easy 2, as that time Arnaud got caught trying to get over the top of a screen and was just a step late.
Bars again, for a big guy, 6'8" sophomore, very fast on his feet that time. Showing some good quickness there.
Here's a pass down low, kick it back out, long 3 on the way, off the iron, no good that time by Tees. Rebound controlled by Lang for Johnston. 51 seconds to play in the third period. Ames 41, Johnston 29. Johnston trying to cut this lead down. Rude in the lane, his shot no good. Rebound controlled by Gilmore for Ames. And now the pass almost stolen away by Rude, but all he does is tip it back in the back court where Gilmore's waiting, and now a double dribble on Gilmore. So Johnston stayed with the defense, and they finally do force the turnover.
Well, Rob Lang, the junior for Johnston, really getting after Ames Gilmore that time, and Gilmore double dribbled in the backcourt. So good hustle by the junior Lang to create that turnover for him.
25 seconds to go in the third period. Johnston trying to make this a 10-point ball game, or possibly a 9-point ball game with a three-pointer. At least try to bring Ames back on the horizon a little bit at the quarter break. Here's Rude, right side, out to McCray. They rotate it to Lang, top of the key with 3 seconds. Long 3 by Bars is short, and that's the way the quarter ends with the final score of the quarter. Ames 41, Johnston 29. We'll be back after this. And welcome back to the Johnston Gymnasium. Bob Gostomski, Jim Meese on hand to bring you Central Iowa Metro League boys basketball action. We've begun the fourth quarter of play. Ames 41, Johnston 29. Ames with the basketball. And Bob, you've got to look at third quarter numbers for us.
Johnston 3 out of 13 from the floor, 21%, 0 out of 5 beyond the arc. Ames 6 out of 15, 40%, 1 for 3 beyond the three-point line. With a steal here by Johnston.
Quick takes it down the left side, shot off the glass, good for 2, a whistle and a foul. Count the basket. They're going to call a block on Ames, and the foul is going to be whistled on number 33, David Muhe, his third foul, and you want to wrap up your numbers there, Bob. Quick makes it 41-31, Ames by 10, pending the free throw opportunity on the traditional three-point play. As the free throw is on the way, it's in and out, no good. Rebound Arnaud for Ames. 7:25 to go in the basketball game. Ames 41, Johnston 31. Gilmore on the dribble, and he's fouled by Lang, I believe, isn't it?
Yes.
19 to go in the ball game. Ames will find itself shooting free throws the rest of the game. Inbounding the ball is Gilmore, gets it into Arnaud. Over in the left corner to Cadis. Cadis now back to Arnaud. Arnaud back to Cadis. Cadis penetrates. Shot on the way, no good, but he's fouled. Oh, traveling, okay. A lot of hands in there, and they're calling the travel before the foul, and Michael Mertz probably lucky. It looked like he got a pretty good grab on that one, but the travel first, so.
I think they said he shuffled the feet before the grab.
Here's a pass to McCray. His shot down low, no good. Rebound controlled by Marston. On the dribble now for Ames as Cadis gets it out top of the key to Gilmore. 6:48 to go in the basketball game. Ames 41, Johnston 31. Here's a nice penetration from the right side by Ryan Cadis for his 6th point of the ball game. And now here's a backdoor pass and the shot off the glass by McCray. Good for 2 for Brian McCray, his first 2 points of the game. And now the tempo's starting to pick up just a little bit here. Of course, Johnston needing to force tempo a little bit. Arnaud to Marston, he lays it up for 2.
By that time, again, Marston's out on the floor, and Arnaud with another nice assist. Marston with the easy deuce again, so Arnaud with another great look, and Marston with the finish.
Here's Lang, he's fouled by Arnaud. On Austin, that's going to be his 3rd foul. And Johnston trying to pressure Ames, force some turnovers, but then when you're pressuring and somebody gets beat, then you had a 2-on-1 there as Arnaud got around his guy, and pick your poison.
Pick your poison, exactly. Both those players having great nights for Ames. Marston with 15 and Arnaud with 11.
I was kind of surprised they didn't call a shooting foul there. Instead, it was out of bounds for Johnston. So with the basketball now, it's Lang, free throw line, jumper good by Rob Lang. That's his 5th point of the ball game. But Ames does a great job of staying in that 10 to 12 point range. Here's Arnaud, a floater in the lane, good for 2.
It's a great shot by Arnaud. It looked like he was looking to pass as he went down the lane. Instead, nobody came up to stop him defensively and floated up the 2-point shot in the lane.
And every time Johnston gets a bucket to try, think they might get a little run going, Ames answers on the offensive end for the Little Cyclones.
Ames keeping it right about the 10 to 12, 14-point range in this ballgame. As you mentioned, Johnston trying to whittle it down, but every time they do, Ames answers right back.
5:13 to go in the basketball game. Ames 47, Johnston 35. With the basketball, Lang. Bounce pass to Quick, right wing. Quick now penetrates, brings it to the free throw line, kicks it over to Corey Ross, who brings it back. And now we've got a whistle and a foul on Arnaud, and that's going to be foul number 4 on Austin Arnaud. And now, interesting call here. If your coach pants downs, you've got to bring Arnaud out of the game with 4:58 to go in the ball game, but he's been by far and away the best player on your basketball team tonight.
Boy, he has done it all. He's really nice. Great passes, good feeds to Marston. He's had some points offensively on 13 so far. Just a bucket full of rebounds offensively and defensively, and played great defense. So we'll have to see what happens now from on the bench.
So a 12-point lead for the Little Cyclones as Arnaud checks out of the ball game. Here's Bars down low, a little jump hook, no good. Rebound controlled by Marston. He gets the ball to Gilmore. Gilmore brings it up on the dribble, being guarded by Rude. Gilmore brings it to the right side. Looks for help, gets it to Marston. Now Marston gets it over to Bunker, and they rotate it over to Tees on the left side. Tees has the ball poked away by Rude, and on Jason Rude, his second foul.
And that time Ames offensively kind of slowed down for a little bit, trying to eat some clock with the lead, and not a bad move when our non goes to the bench, maybe take some air out of the ball and eat some time.
So that's going to send James Tees to the free throw line for the 1-and-1, as that's the 17th foul on the Johnston Dragons. First free throw is on the way. It's good. Guy in Cyclone basketball shorts and jerseys. Harrison Sports stocks both adult and youth sizes. Get geared up at Harrison Sports. Second free throw good, so it's back up to a 14-point lead, but just like that, Michael Mertz puts a shot off the glass for Johnston. 4:14 to play here in the ball game. Ames 49, Johnston 37. Johnston over the 7 foul limit, so Ames shooting free throws the rest of the ball game. Ames, on the other hand, has committed just 4. So here's Tees with the ball on the dribble, left side, gets it to Gilmore, top of the key. Gilmore dribbles right side. And now we've got a whistle and a foul on Furrow, I believe, as he just kind of tried to push Marsden out of the way that time.
Kind of a forearm shiver was what the official's saying on the foul, so Marsden will hit the free throw in that range.
Brendan Furrow with his second foul. That's the 8th team foul. So a 1-and-1 for Marsden. Marsden 3 out of 4 from the free throw line on the game so far, as the first free throw is good. Marsden now with 18 points on the basketball game, pending the second free throw attempt. It's on the way, it's good. 51-37, a 14-point lead for the Ames Little Cyclones, and now we've got a whistle and a foul, I believe, on Tees as he tried to steal the ball away that time, and a little bit too much body.
A little too much arm that time, otherwise not a bad idea. Johnson playing us back to Tees, we kind of snuck up from behind, trying to tie it up instead of the foul, ball out of bounds to Johnson, before that a timeout called by Johnson.
3:44 to go in the basketball game. Ames 51, Johnston 37. We'll be back after this 1-minute break. You're listening to Central Iowa Metro League basketball on Johnston Gymnasium. Bob Gostomski, Jim Meese on hand to bring you Central Iowa Metro League basketball action. 3:44 to go in the basketball game. Ames 51, Johnston 37. Johnston with the basketball after a timeout. Dragons need to get some points on the board and get them in a hurry. Here's a drive, a shot off the glass, no good, put up by Quick. Rebound controlled by Marsden for Ames. And not a lot of second chance opportunities tonight in this ball game for the Johnston Dragons.
Ames is really cleaning up offensively and defensively on the boards right now, and they're just doing a better job right now than Johnson is, and that's why they're up 51-37.
And we've got a whistle and a foul called on Corey Ross. That's foul number 4 on Ross, and I believe that's the last 1-and-1 opportunity for and has not scored a point in the game so far. This is first free throw opportunity as it's short off the iron, no good. Rebound controlled by Michael Mertz. 3:12 to go in the basketball game. Ames 51, Johnston 37. Bounce pass down low to McCray. His shot good for 2, and McCray pretty wide open considering the point in the basketball game here, Bob.
It was. Henry Frames came up to slow him down. Easy look, took it to the baseline, and then went up for the easy layup from the left side.
2:50 to go in the basketball game. Ames 51, Johnston 39. Marston with the ball, gets it over to the right baseline. Now they get it out to Tees, a long 3 off the back of the iron, no good. Ball batted around and controlled by Ross for Johnston. So chance for the Dragons. Long 3 by Ross off the iron, no good. Rebound Marsden for Ames. 2:26 to go in the basketball game. Ames 51, Johnston 39, and is getting pretty close to that point where it's going to be really tough for Johnston to do anything to put a dent in this big lead.
Ames showing really good poise, and we mentioned they've been keeping it 14, 12, 10-point lead, and Johnson has not gotten closer than 10 here in the second half, and we mentioned we're under 2 minutes to go down the ball game. Ames taking some air out of the ball, and the clock is on their side at this point.
And with 9 team fouls, if you foul, as a traveling violation whistle there, if you foul, you know two free throws are coming. So Johnston doing a good job of not, committing the intentional foul, so to speak.
And turned the basketball over, Jim, as Johnston jumped the guard out front for Ames, and he went to the ground and he traveled with it.
And we've got a whistle and a foul on the floor. Of course, the flip side of doing a good job of not fouling is Ames able to milk a lot of clock, and now
T's on the foul for Ames, down low, guarding Johnston, and ball bounced to the Dragons.
that's his second foul, 16 fouls, so Johnston just now where they can shoot some free throws. Here's McCray down low, his shot off the glass, good for 2.
Nice job McCray going against Arnott. Arnott with the 4 fouls really had to let McCray go for the easy 2, down to a 10-point lead.
1:32 to go in the basketball game. Ames with the basketball. Here's Marsden, and a whistle and a foul. Looks like it's called on Joel Quick. That's just his first foul of the basketball game. They will send Marsden to the line for 2.
It's not a bad night for the Iowa State signing.
As the first free throw is good. Coach Simpson will give him and his players plenty of opportunity to know what they have to work on to get ready for sub-state play, as they've got Ames in their sub-state.
Might have to face him again with a state tournament berth on the line.
Here's a drive, a shot good by Joel Quick, and the foul is going against Marsden.
Nice quick move. Marsden drew the foul after he made the layup, so traditional 3-point play opportunity.
And a chance to cut it under 10 points, which hasn't happened all quarter, as the free throw no good. Rebound Marsden, and he's fouled immediately by McCray. Other than 10, it hasn't been under 10 points for quite a while, has it, Bob?
It hasn't been under 10 this whole quarter, and basically till the mid part of the third quarter. And it was 28-23 early in the third quarter.
Both free throws good by Marsden. Long three-pointer off of the back of the iron, no good by Corey Ross. Rebound loose on the floor, controlled by Arnaud. 1:06 to go in the basketball game. Ames 55, Johnston 43. Here's Rude, long 3 by Jason is good. Jason Rude knocks down the 3. That makes it 55-46, but only 51 seconds remain in the basketball game as there's a foul. So it looks like Ames is going to improve to 10-2 overall, and more importantly, get that maybe that little cushion in securing one of the top 2 spots in the sub-state bracket.
Of course, he's got to make the free throws here too, Jim. There's still a 3-possession game, but Ames hitting the free throws.
And Marsden, Gilmore knocking down. He's 1 out of 2 from the free throw line now, and the second one also good. Make him 2 out of 3 from the line. 57-46, 11-point lead with 46 seconds to go in the basketball game. Rude a long 3 off the iron, no good. Arnaud tracks down the rebound, and an intentional foul whistled against McCray. Well, he's already fouled out of the ball game with the 1 foul. That was his 5th foul.
And nice sportsmanship by Arnaud. That question about if it was a foul.
So Arnaud on the free throw line. He's 1 out of 2 from the line over the course of the game, as the first free throw is good. 58-46, Ames over Johnston. 40.7 seconds to go in the ball game, pending the second free throw attempt by Austin. It's on the way, and no good.
And if you don't know, Austin Arnaud, an outstanding quarterback that's been recruited by a number of the big programs already, is just a junior, so you have a chance this coming fall to watch Ames playing football. He's a delight to watch.
So Ames inbounding after the intentional foul. It comes into Arnaud, and he quickly gets the ball over to Cadis, over to Marston. And now Ames just quite content to run clock here. And we'll see what Johnston does here with 28 seconds to go. They try to tie up and instead get a whistle and a foul on Michael Mertz. So more free throws coming for the little Cycro line. He has 7 points on the ball game, 2 out of 2 from the free throw stripe, make that 3 out of 3. And when we recap the scoring, we're going to see a lot of made free throws for Ames tonight. A very good job from the free throw line, as the second free throw is good. In fact, the worst free thrower has been Austin Arnaud, and he's only missed 2. That kind of tells you the game that they've had. Now a turnover as Ames steals the basketball with 19.6 seconds to go in the game. 60-46, a 14-point lead for Ames. As Tees goes back to the free throw line after the foul by Mertz. Eyes the basket. Free throw is good. 3 free throws so far here in second half play, as that one is good, so it remains just 3 missed free throws, and 2 of those by Austin Arnott. 62-46, 12 seconds to go in the basketball game. Here's a shot put up off the back of the iron, no good by Ross, and the rebound, a whistle and a foul with 5.2 seconds to go in the game. Lang is 1 out of 2 from the free throw stripe in the game so far. 5.2 seconds remain in the basketball game. Free throw no good, rebound Marsden. And hopefully that's going to be it. Hopefully there's no more fouls. As the final buzzer sounds, the final score, Ames 62, Johnston 46. Stay tuned after this 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with our post-game activity. You've been listening to Central Iowa Metro League basketball action on 1350 KRNT Des Moines.
Crowd over there.